Okay, in this video we're going to look at substitution. Now, substitution, you might have heard of in sport, is where we replace one thing for another, generally players. A coach will substitute one player for another. In maths, it means we're replacing letters in a formula, generally, for a number. So the first thing you need is a legend, or a table that's going to tell you what each number, or each letter represents. So we're going to start with an A, a B, and a C. Alright, I'll pick those randomly, it doesn't matter. You can have any letters and we'll use different ones later. But we'll start with A, B and C. Now I'm going to say these letters, A, B and C, are going to act as my symbols, my signs. They're like a code for a sum. Okay, so I'm going to say A is equal to 6, B is equal to 3 and C is equal to 7. Fantastic, so I've got my legend, my table. I can always refer to that. Okay then, so let's go and solve some sums. The first one I'm going to ask you to solve is A plus B. Now, on its own, A plus B, you can't solve it because we don't know what A plus B is. It can't be simplified any further. But if I then said, hang on, you can use this table that I've given you, could you calculate A plus B? Well, the answer is yes, we can. Because we know that A is equal to 6. So we can just write, well, A is equal to 6. That's the same, isn't it? So A is 6. So we write it underneath to show our logic. Always write it underneath as we step down. We're going to, oops, sorry about that. We're going to step down, okay? Alright then. So 6 plus B. What's B equal to? B is equal to 3. Alright then, so 6 plus 3, we know that is equal to 9. Perfect. Nice and easy. Let's try another one. Do it in red this time. Let's try A plus C. Do you know what A is? Of course we do, we did it a moment ago. It's 6. Plus C. Now what is C? Oh, we've got it in our table. C is equal to 7. It's just a code. We just have to sort of solve the code. So 6 plus 7. Can we do that? Yeah, sure we can. 6 plus 7 is 13. Wonderful. Let's do one more. Let's look at, let's use all three letters. C plus B minus A. Okay, pause the video and substitute the letters for numbers, or the numbers for letters. Okay, put them in. Right there, you should have C is 7 plus B, which is 3, minus A, which is 6. Fantastic. Alright then, hold your horses here, because I have to make an important point. We have got two operations here. So plus, minus, division, multiplication, they're called operations. We've got two. We need to know as mathematicians which one do we do first, because it does make a difference if we do them in the wrong order. If you do them in the wrong order, you get the wrong answer. So, we've got a nice little system to help us remember, and it's called, if you remember, bidmas, or you might have heard of it as bodmas, but it doesn't matter. It means the same thing. I use bidmas. B is brackets, I indices, D division, M multiplication, and A addition and S subtraction. So, the two operations we've got here is addition and subtraction. We need to know which one do we do first. Well, we look at bidmas. Addition comes before substitution. Voila. Addition first. So we have to do 7 plus 3 first, not 3 minus 6. Alright? So, 7 plus 3, we know is 10. Now we can look at the second operation, substitution. Okay, substitution. So we say, okay, so 10 minus 6. 4. Wonderful. Alright, let's draw a line under that. They're nice and easy, nice and simple. What I'm going to do now is push on to some more difficult ones that I think you're capable of. Okay, I'm going to give you another reminder. Because in algebra, which is where we use numbers and letters, okay, we have sort of shorthand or quicker ways of writing things. We write, for example, 2 times A, that's exactly the same as 2A. We just get rid of this multiplication sign. We don't get rid of it, sorry. We just don't write it. We just put the two numbers and letters together. Now, it doesn't work if you put two letters together. Sorry. It doesn't work if you put two numbers together, because if I said 2 times 2 is the same as 2, well, no, it isn't, because 2 is 22, and we know that's not right. Okay, so it only works with just letters or numbers and letters. Okay, let me get rid of that. Right then, let's get back on track. So 2 times A is the same as 2A. So in the same vein, A times B like I said, we can do it with 2 letters, is AB. Alright? How about division? A divided by 4. Well, A divided by 4 can be written as A over 4. Alright? So A divided by 4 is the same as A over 4. And we write it like this, A over 4. So if I said that, how would we write A divided by B? What's that equal to? A divided by B. Well, it's A over B. So now that I've said A over B, could you write that? Pause the video and have a go. A over B. Alright? So there's another little reminder box for you. In algebra, sometimes we write in shorthand. So, let's have a look at a few more questions that are a bit more difficult. 3 more examples. Okay, so we have got RS. RS. Calculate RS. Well, if you didn't have this table, you wouldn't know that RS actually meant R times S. But even now, R times S, well, we don't know what R or S is. I mean, we've got A, B, C, but we haven't got R and S. So what we need to do is look at the question. What does R and S stand for? Well, R, it says in the question, you haven't got to work this out, it says it in the question, R is equal to 4. And it also says S is equal to 3. Okay, so now we can do it, we've got something to go on. We can say, well, R is equal to 4. Oops, sorry. R is equal to 4. Multiplied by S, which is equal to 3. Fantastic. 4 times 3, we know that's 12. Brilliant. Alright then, what about this? 4S. 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 Look at our reminder again. 2A was 2 times A. So 4S is just going to be 4 times S. We know what S is. S is equal to 3. 4 times 3, again, equals 12. Fantastic. Alright then. Final example. How about this? Q over S plus 2R. Alright then, this is a bit more complicated. First of all, we need to ask ourselves, what does Q equate to? Well, in the question, Q is equal to 12. Fantastic. Alright then, let's try and solve this. Q is equal to 12. Well, let's substitute, which is what we're doing, substitute the numbers in for the letters so we can look at it in a mathematical way rather than letters. So Q is 12, write that in, over S. Now S is 3, okay, plus 2R. 2R. That's like saying 2 times R, and we know R is equal to 4. Okay? So, hold your horses again. We've got this in a mathematical way. We can look at this and think, okay, I can do this. This is numbers, not letters. But there are 1, 2, 3 operations. Division, addition, and multiplication. We have to be so careful. What do we do first? Remember, bidmas. Okay? Division is here. Addition is way back here. And multiplication is near the middle. So, we can see when we use bidmas that division comes first, then multiplication, then addition. So, let's do it in that order. Division first. 12 divided by 3. 12 over 3. We know that's 4. Alright? Don't add 2. We have to do multiplication next. So what's 2 times 4? Well, 2 times 4 is 8. So it's 4 plus 8. Okay? And 4 plus 8, we know, is 12. Alright? Have a go at the examples, the exercise that's on Edmodo. Ready for next lesson.